What's going on? So in this video, I'm making this video to show you exactly what I did to scale my business to 50 plus K a month and actually making over 500K a year in net profit in my business. So this video is for the fitness coaches that want to be able to scale to 20 to 50K plus a month. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did with the system. And I'm going to walk you through everything. And I'm not going to gatekeep anything in this video. I'm going to give you everything that I do step by step, building my second coaching business and everything like that. So let's dive into it. Okay. So who this video is for, this video is for fitness coaches, personal trainers, and fitness influencers that are stuck anywhere from 5 to 15K a month and can't break that 100 to 500K plus per year. Okay. The number one problem that you have besides scaling your business is the lead generation problem. You're having a lead generation problem. You can't get consistent traffic from organic marketing, and you're struggling to get more clients and higher paying clients that can afford your product or service. And ideally, you're selling anything between $1,000 to $2,000, and you want to sell something anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000. Okay, this is what you actually want. You want to build your business past the 10 to 20K plus a month mark predictably. Okay. You want to get high ticket clients paying you regularly that are actually affording your service and not being like $1,000 is too expensive, $2,000 that's way too out of my budget. Okay. And you want to build a high ticket coaching business to charge what you're worth and work with dream clients, not just accepting anyone just because they're willing to be able to pay you $1,000 to $2,000. You want to exactly work with your dream clients, your ideal client avatar that you enjoy working with, that doesn't feel like a drag. And most importantly, you want to get paid what you're worth. Okay. And you also want to grow your personal brand, Instagram following, and business at the same time to achieve location freedom, financial freedom, and time freedom to do whatever you want, wherever you want, and work whenever you want. Okay. And then you also want to build a coaching business that has strategy, that has systems, and that has software. So you could scale to that 250K a year mark and only work 20 plus hours a week. Okay. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to do it and what I can be able to help you with. Okay. So what we do to be able to get what you want, I'm going to install an ad funnel that grows in your business and that brings you followers, exactly what I do. Okay. I'm going to teach you what content to post that actually turns followers into paying clients. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get leads on autopilot and followers to your page every single day on autopilot. So you're not only building your business, you're getting leads, but also you're building your followers as well. And then I'm going to show you how to install an appointment setter in VA to set up all your conversations and book calls for you, and build you a lead gen system that literally takes the messages, the appointments, and increases your book call rate so you don't have to do it. And then this is going to build you a lead gen system that's going to help you scale to 20 to 50K a month, only working 20 hours a week. Okay. So if you don't know me and everything like that, who is Christian Fliner? I've been in the coaching space since 2016, and I'll be going over exactly where I started. And it's kind of embarrassing in the video and everything like that, but I've been in this industry for over a decade. I've grown my fitness business to $2 million, and I've collected over 5K transformations. Okay. And I built a personal brand of over 1 million followers just on Instagram alone. And I've scaled my fitness business to past 50K a month regularly with only an appointment setter, VA, editor, and assistant coaches. And I've had bigger months and I've had a bigger team and all that kind of stuff. But really, I didn't really want to build that big of a business that drains all my time and energy and not give me the fulfillment that I want. And this is exactly what bring me the most fulfillment and pretty much 80% profit margins as well. Okay. And since getting started and investing into my first coach and mentor in 2019, I've spent over 100 K plus in business coaching and mentorship. This is pushing the 150K mark. And now what I do is I help fitness coaches and personal trainers start and mostly scale their business to 20 to 50K a month. Exactly what I did. Okay. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down and showing you the exact same system that I've been able to use in my business to make 500K in profit take home for myself. That's after expenses, taxes, and most importantly, like the profit that I'm taking home and everything like that. Okay. So here's a screenshot of me doing my $65,000 a month. Here's a screenshot of my balance sheet doing over $600,000. And here's me on pace to doing over $900,000 in 1 year. Okay. And most importantly, doing, 5K, programs, selling 50K months, doing 10K days, and most importantly, getting and selling programs for $2,000 to $5,000 for fitness, anywhere up to $7,500 as well. And I'm going to show you exactly how, I've been able to process, have 20, 10, 25K processing weeks and everything like that in this video. Okay. So I'm also going to dive into what I've been able to do to get hundreds of millions of views and impression on Instagram organically and gained over 1 million plus followers. And here's some of my account screenshots and everything just to be able to show you the proof in kind of like all. This is not even like the craziest of like what I've been able to do, but regular 20 to 40 million impressions, 4 million impressions in 1 week, over 1 million followers, 35,000 followers gained, just some analytics to show kind of like, look, 54,000 followers in a month, demographics, my posts, just so I could give you some value, views, all that kind of stuff. So there's the proof and everything like that. So now I'm going to go over, the mistakes that I've made, the things that I have been able to figure out, so you don't have to go through the same things that I had to go through. So you can get to where I got to a lot faster. And that's why I love coaching and mentorship and everything like that. Because, when I started in 2016, we didn't really have any coaching, like business coaching or anything of like people doing it, because people were figuring out, like we were all figuring out. That's why it took me so long to be able to get to the point of where I'm going to go in this video. But in 2019, there was barely any fitness business coaches in general, online coaches. It was basically like general, Ty Lopez, and internet marketing and all that kind of stuff. This niche wasn't even like really done yet. People were selling like $25 programs and like all that kind of stuff. Okay. So I'm going to go over why 99% of fitness coaches aren't rich trainers. And I'm going to show you how I went from a 9 to 5 valet employee making 3K a month to becoming a rich trainer and everything like that. Okay. So let's dive into it. So most importantly, why most trainers are broke, making anywhere from 2 to 7K a month at most, is because I was doing that as well, right? Most of them are lost and confused. They have a broke mindset. They don't have good content and they're not posting any content. They don't have any business strategy. They're afraid to invest in themselves, and that's why they're stuck, okay? They don't have a specific niche or offer. They have low or no sales skills, and they deal with imposter syndrome. Am I good enough? Is this really going to work for me? Are people really going to buy from me? Am I really going to go on this? Should I quit my job? Should I leave the gym? Should I scale my business more? All that kind of stuff, right? This is where 98% of people get stuck and why they never do it. And that was me as well. But I started from the bottom. I was a 9 to 5 employee at 20 years old. And I was stuck in a rat race of the 9 to 5 making 3K a month. And this is me literally valet. I'm right here. This is me right here. Just 20, 21 years old, trying to figure life out and everything like that. Laguna Cliffs Marriott in Dana Point. I think this is in 2016 and everything like that. Okay. So I've made some shifts and everything, but and this is me building my following while working that job and all that kind of stuff. And, I made all the mistakes. I was a fitness influencer. I was a model. I was trying to do personal training, and I was getting followers, but I was still broke. Okay. So I still was doing this. I was actually working this job 9 to 5 from 6 a.m. in the morning to 2 p.m., 6 days per week, while doing all modeling, influencer, trying to sell diet programs, posting content, all that kind of stuff, just figuring it out. And most importantly, I had a fiance and I also had a daughter at 22 years old. So like right after I turned 21, she was born in December when I first turned 22. Okay. And most importantly, trying to do all this and everything like that, my father didn't believe in me at all. Like he wanted me to do his stuff, work for him, do all that kind of stuff. And he didn't believe me. And he would tell me that I would never be successful doing online coaching and online training and building a business. But I saw the vision. I saw where the world was going. I saw where the market was going, and I saw what the gaps were. And I was like, I'm going to fill those gaps and I'm going to do that. And, I resented my dad for a long time. We didn't have a good relationship, but, we mended things and everything like that before he passed away. And I wish I didn't separate that, because then I would spend way more time with him. But I had to be a man and I had to do things on my own. And I had to prove a point, right? Financial trouble, your fitness plan is no plan. You need a reality check, and you need to face reality, right? So I screenshotted this 2016, all in hopes I would do something with my life and it would work out. And I'm going to tell you, if you never give up, it's going to work out. Okay. So look, this is me, 2016. So we got Zach Ainsley when he was getting started, 2016 right here, over 1 million followers, big fitness influencer. Um, you know, John Skywalker, all that kind of stuff. So I've done it all. I've done competing. This was me posting on social media in 2017, getting some type of traction, some type of people. I was like, oh, wow, people are like this. Started getting some social media engagement, started growing my followers and everything like that, and started figuring things out while I was competing. But all I was doing, basically, I was just documenting. I was just basically being like, hey, this is what I'm doing, the results. I'm cool. All that kind of stuff. I'm competing. And I did that till about, 60,000 followers, until I was like, okay, the Instagram carousel feature came out and I was like, okay, I need to start providing value. What are people going to like? So I started transitioning into the fitness coach and influencer phase, right? So this is where a lot of fitness coaches like myself and I transitioned over, and fitness influencers, right? So this took me 3 years to be able to do it, 2016 all the way to 2019, where I made the shift, right? But I was still, barely making 5 to 10K a month, which most fitness influencers coaches are. So, one, I didn't have inconsistent leads. I couldn't scale past, 10 to 10 clients. I was offering cheap $100 to $200 a month, programs. I was doing fitness apps and all that kind of stuff. I was relying on only organic marketing. I was trying to help everyone. Doing cold outreach. I barely had any sales skills. I had no strategy and systems. I didn't really have any delivery, and I had unpredictable income. So like I was doing like literally low ticket programs, fitness apps, trying to do webinars, all that kind of stuff. And this was my screenshots of my account, right? Barely anything, like zero. That's when I first started. Oh, I got a $67 a month. I got 2 charges, 13 successful charges, all that kind of stuff. And that's like in a month. So I make like $1,000, $2,000, all that kind of stuff, right? So here's some screenshots. Here's a free trial, 7 days of free coaching, $97, $97, $147, all that kind of stuff, right? So anywhere from 1 to 5K. And, basically where most coaches and trainers are is they're stuck here, right? They're like, I'm selling fitness apps. I have 1 million followers and I'm going to get all these people do that. Dude, I've tried that. Don't do that. Doesn't work. Okay. What really started to work with me is when I started to apply the 6-figure blueprint. And this is the first page, and you're probably here right now and everything like that. So I started providing value. I started actually posting content that wasn't just me. And I started providing value to get traffic. Okay. So I started getting good traffic and everything like that. I started providing value, workouts, nutrition, everything that helps people. I started getting consistent followers and everything. And I started to learn how to book calls in the DMs and talk to people, which is sales. And then I had an application system to people to apply and book them on a sales call with me. And then I sold a high ticket coaching program and got to 10 to 20K a month doing that. And this is me going from 60 to 200,000 followers. This is me obviously having a sales process, booking calls. And this was me starting my business, zero in my PayPal account. This was my first week in online coaching, making $8,000, completely transforming and changing my entire life. And then this is a screenshot of my account and my video. I was like, dude, it's literally life changing. I made $8,000 the entire week. That would make me take me 3 months, right? Selling anywhere $15,000 to $3,000 program, and going from people would not know how to pay me and pay me $1,000 to be like, dude, I'm having trouble purchasing. Here's a $3,000 link. And then this was literally my first 2 weeks in online coaching and everything like that, making a $20,000. I literally was my life was changed after that. Okay. And then I went from, 1 week of sales, $47 a month to 1 to 3K coaching programs. So January 1st, I called my job and I said, I need to quit. I made my yearly salary in a month, and that was the most rewarding feeling in my entire life. Okay. So how did I do that? And what did I transition to? I transitioned to the Rich Online Trainer framework. So this took me 2 years to be able to get to this point, but 20 to 50K a month. Basically, number one, I automated my lead flow. I had system, strategy, and all that kind of stuff so I can get consistent leads and consistent traffic. Okay. Started doing organic and paid traffic to be able to do this. Had a content ecosystem that people would know me, and trust me. Actually dialed in my niche and my messaging, so I tracked my ideal client and the person that I'm selling to for my specific offer. Plugged in a VA and appointment setter so I could get 4 to 8 high ticket clients a month selling a 2 to 5K offer, and then built my delivery so it's automated and scalable. So I'm not spending 20 hours a week on the back end. And most importantly, only working 4 to 5 hours a day. So I'm scalable, predictable, and not to mention that I had 70+% profit margins, location, and time freedom. And I built a small team so I can be able to make the shift to 20 to 50K a month, because you're never going to get there doing this. Okay. So this was me, understanding sales, learning sales, selling 25 to 5K programs and all that kind of stuff. And then this system right now is exactly what took me from literally making 10 to 20K a month to 50+K a month and all that kind of stuff. And the exact same system that I use for 500K a year profit, making 60K months, getting over $600,000 in a year, getting on pace to making $900,000, to collecting 50K months, 10K days, selling 2 to 5K programs, and processing anywhere from 10 to 25K a week and everything like that. So let's dive into it. Okay. So the system is basically, I'm going to walk you through the actual funnel and how it goes together. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to turn your Instagram into a funnel and print followers into dollars. Okay. So number one is there's 2 things that we need to be able to do. Okay. One is we need to have a predictable system that gets us a new client over here and gets us money. Okay. But if you don't fix this system, you're not going to be able to get money. So what we have to do is we have to create organic content that gets us traffic. And that's the foundation. Okay. That's step 1. Number 2, we have to dial in our messaging to connect and attract our client avatar that gets the right people to our page, so we're not just getting random followers. And then number 3 is we need to install lead generation into our business so we can get leads, talk to leads, convert leads, and convert them into calls. And then we need to get cold traffic that brings us followers by running ads so we can get our ideal client to follow us and convert them into sales calls. These are the 5 problems that you need to do. So we do this by doing an ad strategy that is going to bring us followers, okay? And then bring us conversations, okay? So this is an Instagram reel, okay? The goal is to get followers from this, because when you start getting followers to your page, you start, 1, getting followers. Number 2, messaging those followers. Number 3, having conversations with those followers. Number 4, booking those calls and getting a new client. Everyone knows that, all that kind of stuff. But most of the people only do 1, they're struggling with 1, organic traffic. It's not predictable, or they don't have a lot of followers, or even if you do, you probably don't have qualified people and your followers are not consistent. And number 2 is you're doing organic content and you're getting growth, but you still can't scale. Or number 2 is organic content is not reliable and you have no leads. You're not getting any followers and all that kind of stuff. This is going to help both of those things. Okay. Number one, why we do this is we boost this ad to be able to speak to our ideal client and get them to our page. The goal is to be able to follow us. Once they follow us, they turn into a lead, and then we install a $3 per hour VA to generate leads for you every single day of doing 1 to 200 messages plus. Has conversations. Now you have people to be able to talk to because you fixed the following problem. Okay. And then what we do eventually is we install a DM commission only appointment setter for 5% commission. And what this guy does is he closes people and puts them on your call calendar and books you more calls. Then you have more calls, and then you can get more sales, and then you can make more money. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Okay. So anyone can post an ad. Anyone can post a boosted follower ad. It's the system and how to be able to do it to be able to scale that makes it work. But it's not just the boosting the ad. It's how you script it, your ideal client avatar, and your offer to be able to get them to follow you, because anyone can boost a post, but it's converting them in doing that. Okay. So what we're doing is we're getting more people to our page, which is our ideal client avatar, so we can get more followers and build our audience so we can start messaging them. Number two, how this looks like, it's very simple. Visits your profile, gets brand awareness and follows. Number two is having an actual audience that we create, and actually an ideal client avatar, because you could post an ad and go your organic content, but it's not going to get people to your page unless you're talking to their pains, their problems, their solution, and you have an irresistible offer. And then number three is having a lead magnet that gets you followers, but also gets you comments and to your DMs. Okay. So this is not only getting me followers, but it's also giving me free leads from this as well. And then most importantly, I'm just testing this and everything like that. So the difference between ads is if you spend this, you're going to get this every single day. Usually, if you just get this with organic content, it's going to die off and you're never going to see that. But if you spend this money, you're going to get 3,000 to 4,000 people see your stuff every single day. And we want to test that and get a certain KPI. And then this is what it looks like. And then so basically by doing this and spending $5 on this, I'm getting cost per follows for, 1.5 to $2.50. And then this cost me $2 to get this person to follow me and to start a conversation, all that kind of stuff. And I'll show you the ad and I'll break it down and, I'll break the training and everything like that. But I'll show you in real time. Let me just pause the video. Here's the ad that I'm testing that I'm about to scale. Here's the ad features and everything like that. So what I'm doing, 11,000 views since I've been doing this, 529 profile visits. Okay. I've gotten 529. Out of that, I've gotten 71 followers. And out of that, I've spent $100. So if we just do simple math, we go up to here and we calculate. I'm pulling up my calculator. I'm going to show you what my cost is per follower. We're going to go right here. I spent $100 and okay, so 100 divided into 71. I'm getting followers for 140. So I'm going to scale this and put this, I'm getting $1.40 followers. Okay. Number two is we'll go to another one right here, just so I can show you real-time examples before I'm starting to scale my ads, because I'm scaling my ads right now. I'm only spending $5 a day on this to test them. Okay. So here you go. 13,000 views, 875, 658 profile visits, 42 followers, and I've spent $119. 119 divided into 42 followers, I'm getting $2.83 followers, because this is talking to high ticket people and everything like that. So that is the system that fixed. That's the first step of the system and everything like that. Okay. So cost per follow, anywhere from $2 to $4. Booking rate, 2 to 10%. All depends on your appointment setting process. All depends on how your page is set up and all that kind of stuff. Cost per call, $50 to $200 in metric. Show up rate, 50 to 60%. close rate 30+%. For me, I have a two-step close, so I have a 70 to 80% close rate. That all determines per person. Anywhere selling a $1,000 to $10,000 product, and you can expect a 3 to 8 ROAS from this and everything like that. Okay, so going back into the system and how it works as a funnel, let's dive into that. Okay, so number one, this is the Rich Trainer funnel. This is like what I like to call it. So there's 3 parts of this, and I'm going to go deep in this so I can give you value and everything like that. Okay, so number 2 up here, you got the top of the funnel. Okay, this is 1, organic content and follower ads. Okay, there's only 2 ways to get more customers. 1, organic content. 2, ads. Okay, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get more cold traffic to view our content so we can be able to get more follows. All followers are leads. Okay, all we're trying to do is get more leads. Most trainers and most coaches and most businesses have a lead problem. If you can't get more leads, you're not going to get more calls, you're not going to have more conversations, you're not going to get more deals, and you're not going to get more closes. So what we have to do is we have to dial in your content and get consistent traffic and attract the right clear messaging in our content to be able to do that. So we're going to have a specific ideal client avatar. We're going to dial in your content. Then we're going to plug ads and get those people into your content. And now it's basically like an ecosystem that goes and gets you leads, gets your right ideal client to your page and all that kind of stuff. After that, we're going to install, once we fix the traffic problem, we're going to install our organic lead generation system that has a cold lead generation, a inbound, and an outbound. So content, inbound, and outbound lead generation strategy. By getting a $3 an hour virtual assistant lead generation specialist to do these things, start conversations anywhere from 100 plus a day, and have conversations, book calls, talk to people, follow the framework. And then we're going to have a IG story strategy that has trust, nurture, and connect, what to post, how to get leads from here, and all that kind of stuff. Then after that, we're going to plug in DM retargeting ads once we start getting content, once we start getting followers, so it follows people around to be able to follow our content to get sales assets and give free lead magnets offers for call to actions to get more people to start conversations. Okay, after that's optimized, we're going to make our second placement. We're going to have a DM setter that's going to literally take you out of the conversations, book more conversations, and we're going to pay them 5% commission on closed deals. All he's doing is literally responding to all the call to actions, all the story replies, and all the inbound, outbound, and content conversations, and have a certain amount of conversation to do one thing: book you more calls. And then once they're booking you more calls, all you're doing is taking calls and offering your program and getting more clients. And then all you're doing is paying him 5% commission on that. Okay. And then at the end of that is we're installing your onboarding. You're going to have the right coaching app, community, and accountability. The 3 C's: coaching, course, community. All you're going to do is provide results, have a really good service, get testimonials, interview them for YouTube, pump them back into your marketing so you can get more social proof in your organic following and on your page, optimize that. And then what you're going to do is we're going to have a re-sign offer for 5,000 plus for a 12-month offer, anywhere from 5 to 7K. This is a resell mechanism because I'm going to show you how to 5x your business just off the back end. So if you sell a 2.5K offer and a 5K offer on the back end, your LTV is 7,500. So if you literally did this, you worked with only 50 clients and each client was 7,500, you would make 375K a year, 20 to 30K a month, only working 20 hours a week. And this is exactly what I did to be able to get to these numbers in the exact same system that I used to get 500K in profit a year and on pace to do 900K in one year doing this simple system. Okay. Now, how it looks like for us to be able to do this system for you with my Rich Trainer framework, this is the 4 steps that we would be able to do and how it would look like. So number 1, we would install the system. Okay. So we would build a high ticket offer that would allow you to be able to get high ticket prices and build an irresistible offer that someone doesn't want, they need. Then we would establish a clear marketing message, niche, and client avatar. dial in all your business systems, and build out your content and personal branding ecosystem to convert followers from ads and to get you more organic growth and get you more organic followers. The results of this is more money. Because if you fix your traffic problem, you're going to get laser focused messaging, attracting qualified high ticket leads from your content and converting from your ads. So you're growing your personal brand that turns into a cash printing machine that gets people to like, trust, and know you. And then you're building on a content ecosystem that grows your personal brand and attract customers on autopilot from ads and organic content. Number two is attracting. So the system is content mastery. You're going to learn how to create, what content to post, and what content actually converts clients into leads and leads into clients. And then we're going to install personal branding, how to build a personal brand, how to create an identity, and how to get people to buy into you as a coach that separates you from your competition. So you're a niche of one. So you're a red fish in a blue ocean and not a blue fish in a blue ocean, just like every single coach. That is the result. And the result is basically mastering content creation, scalable organic growth, attracting and converting followers into clients, and then growing a high status personal brand. And that leads us into pillar number 3 is acquire. This is the system. We're going to build you a scalable traffic system that brings you clients on autopilot. We're going to run lethal, high targeting follower ads that's going to bring you followers and bring you leads to your business. And then we're going to learn high ticket appointment setting and frameworks so we can be able to, most importantly, convert people into our offer. And then we're going to run a hybrid Instagram funnel that brings you literally clients every single day from your content. And then we're going to combine that with 3 things: DM automation, a VA, and a DM setter to book you calls and increase your calls. Okay. The result of this is an automated lead generation system, scalable client acquisition, 6-figure plus sales and messaging and team members, and then growing a high status personal brand that actually converts people from traffic into your offer. Okay. And then number 4 is accelerate. Okay. The system is learning how to coach clients and scale delivery. Scale your back end so you can make $7,500 per client and manage online clients with consistent, scalable, and delivery. And then build a client ecosystem that actually has clients stay and not leave, that actually has coaching, course, and community. And the result of doing that is onboarding systems, onboarding services, onboarding delivery, automating 80% of your backend because you have software, apps, and coaching fulfillment. And this all leads you to be able to work less than 4 hours a day and working 20 hours per week. And that is the framework of what it looks like. Okay. So if you're watching the end of this video and everything like that, if you want to implement this framework to scale, just like I did, to 20 to 50K plus per month and actually have a business that you're making 200 to 500K per year, only working 20 hours a week, I'm offering 10 free one-on-one business strategy calls for the limited spots that we have left in the program and everything like that. Okay. So if you're watching this video, I would love to be able to talk with you one-on-one and see what we need to do to be able to fix, implement, and scale your business so you could be able to have a business you enjoy and that's predictable. Okay. So if you want that, just DM me on Instagram, Scale, to be able to book a one-on-one game plan call with me for your business, and or click the link below on this video and book a call with me. And what we'll do on this call is not a sales call. We're going to go over number one, where you're at, what you're struggling with, what we need to fix, where you want to go, and how we can apply this exact system to help you get there. Okay. That's all it's about. And if you want to do it, that's cool. If I can help you, awesome. If you're a good fit, I'm going to tell you you're a good fit. At the end of the day, I'm here to be able to provide you value and just show you what's worked for me, what's working in 2025 in the coaching business, and how I can help you get to where you want to be. So if you enjoyed this video, I would love to be able to talk with you one-on-one to be able to scale your fitness business and actually give you a business that you thoroughly enjoy, because I've done everything. I've had all the lessons. I've had all the pains. I've had all the losses. I've had all the wins, and I have something that works, and I would love to be able to help you with that as well. But hope you enjoyed this video and you got value from it. And hope you implement this stuff and it completely changes your business and completely changes your life like it did for me. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.